Adam Mankuta for the All Out Blitz, a little Week 6 game preview and picks show for you. We'll go through all the action, give you the game picks for the big games this week. We'll also get ready for that real big showdown in the AFC between the Chiefs and the Pats. As always, like our YouTube channel and check out all of my picks on the WatchFantom.com site. They're up right now. Before we dive into this week's games, let's take a look at last week. Big wins for the Pats, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. The Rams just couldn't cover in Seattle last week. Very tough place to play. And of course, the Denver Broncos look terrible in New Jersey. We'll get back to the Broncos in a second. Let's dive right in here, though, with some of the big games. And leading off for us is that Chiefs at Patriots game. Chiefs went into New England last year with Alex Smith and won the opener. Now this is their third straight game that's of big importance. They went into Denver and came back and won. They beat Jacksonville last week. Now New England with 3 extra days to prepare after their win against the Colts last week. I think the Pats get it done at home. I expect this to be a shootout, lots of points, definitely bet the over. But to me, the Pats 3.5-point favorites. I think they win this game by 6 or 7. I think they stop Mahomes enough and Brady makes too many plays for them to win. You saw what TJ Yeldon did to the Chiefs last week. I think James White and Sony Michel are the keys here in this one. Then let's go to Denver. Speaking of the Broncos just did not show up last week against the Jets. And to me, the Rams are going to run all over them this week. Expect Todd Gurley to have a huge day. Expect Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks to be healthy. I think they win this game pretty easily by 10 points or more in Denver. Now let's go to Cincinnati, where the Bengals are only a 1.5 favorite against the Steelers, who I'm sorry, even though they beat the Falcons and put up a ton of points, are just not that good. I expect the Bengals to have their way on offense. James Conner might get his, much like he did last week, but give me the Bengals at home by 6 or 7, not the 1.5 spread, which I just think is way too low. Then the Falcons and the Bucs in what appears to be a game where no defense will be played. Remember, the last time the Bucs played, and again, this is when Jameis Winston made his season debut, they gave up 48 to the Bears. The Falcons are getting lit up by every single quarterback they go against, not to mention putting up plenty of points themselves. Big days for Winston, Cameron Brate, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Matt Ryan, and everyone on the field, but I do think the Falcons win this game by a touchdown, which thus would cover the spread. Now let's go to Cleveland in a very interesting game in the AFC between the Chargers and the Browns. Look, Baker Mayfield's been very solid and the defense has looked fantastic. But to me, the Chargers are the one in this one that's going to come out with the win on the road. I take the Chargers on that explosive offense. Then Carolina, coming off that 63-yard game-winning field goal by Graham Gano, continues that momentum in Washington, as Washington is off on a short week after their loss in New Orleans. Give me the Panthers to win this game by a touchdown. For plenty more picks throughout the week, as mentioned, go to the WatchFantom.com site, and for more coverage throughout the week, check out the Phantom Facebook channel. We'll get you ready for the All-Out Blitz Sunday 11:45 for plenty of fantasy news and late game picks. Have a good one.